This is Chernobylite. We're here on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a game that did get a PlayStation 5 sort of upgrade, and then we're just kind of getting the benefit of overhead on this one, making it run and look a little bit better than before. It's also hilarious because I'm coming from playing this on the Nintendo Switch, and the difference in visual fidelity is pretty big. It's a bit of an understatement. Like, it is quite a big change up visually between the Switch version. We've got two different resolution options here, and we'll be diving in and talking about this game. So this is a kind of story, non-linear sort of. You go in, you're gathering resources, supplies, you've got some base building, kind of like Fallout. You're mostly trying to figure out what happened to the love of your life from so many years ago. And you're able to explore these hub-type areas, these environments that are filled with, I guess you would say, dangers, and it's a bunch of like kind of open spaces, and this is all scanned too. So this is actually like authentic and detailed and capturing the essence of what's supposed to be like real environments, and there's foes and things you can gather and items and supplies. It's actually quite neat. So what's interesting about this is the quality mode, and it's a dynamic. It's supposed to be a dynamic 4K, and what we're getting here is like, well, at 30 FPS, we get ray tracing applied. So you get like ray traced reflections, which are kind of cool. There's ray traced translucency, caustics, global illumination supposed to be setting here too. So it's kind of a cool mode. I do wish this was maybe a little left uncapped in terms of frame rate, because it's a little like, you know, it's not the greatest to play this at 30 FPS, but it's a very, very good looking setting. I would also maybe kind of suggest getting rid of the motion blur for this game, which is not something I typically talk about. It's a setting that you can choose to have on or off, but for this game, I do think it helps a little bit with like the kind of slower like kind of movement on this one. But I wanted to mention that it is a visual option that you can choose to have on or off. Okay, cool. So then there's game options for difficulty settings, everything like that. Video settings. So we actually have to go. I guess we actually like literally have to go back to the main menu to actually change stuff, which is a little annoying. So just kind of take in what this mode is. We're just gonna make a save, and then we're gonna go back to the main menu so that we can change the visual options. So you go down to options, video options, and then we're going to choose performance. We're going to apply that, and then we're going to continue. So for the performance mode, we lose all the fancy settings, we lose the high resolution, and we drop down to 1080p at 60 FPS, which is not ideal because it'd be cool to have all the special settings, and I don't know if it's more of a PlayStation 6 kind of thing we got to wait for, but to me, it is a big difference playing a game that is kind of a bit of a shooter, as to say. Like, it does have some elements. Like, it just feels a lot better at 60 FPS. And it's still, like, a pretty good-looking game. Like, honestly, like, it's still, like, a really, really great-looking game visually. But, yeah, you just lose, like, effects like the ray tracing. And then, of course, going down to, like, 1080p is quite a big visual downgrade. But I still think, you know, it's pretty good looking just in terms of detail. It's just the fidelity goes down quite a bit, which is to me very, very noticeable. So it's a game where, as I was mentioning, you are basically playing it a little bit how you want to. From like one perspective, you do a management system. From another perspective, there's story stuff. You can do it more combatively. You know, there's a lot of different ways to... Jeez, could you imagine seeing your buddy just get, like, gutted like that right in front of you? I mean, I could have just shot the guys, but I thought it would look a lot cooler. Anyways, yeah, pretty crazy, right? Like, it just came in there, just totally gutted that guy. It happens. I digress. Yeah, you go in, you do stuff, there's different opportunities, missions. So it starts with a bit of a story thing. It's trippy. There's supernatural stuff. It's quite neat, honestly. It's got a very cool opening that kind of gets you going. And then you're doing these different missions, these environments. You're gathering items, you're gathering supplies. You can go and do little side activities. You might get like, you know, see things and have to deal with stuff that's a little bit more like creepy and unsettling and supernatural in these places. And holy, this is a big difference from the Switch version of the game. Wow. Like, it's amazing they even got it running on the Switch, to be honest, but like the difference is pretty stark. Needless to say, I really wish I had to try at a crafting station. I don't suppose I could pop up a crafting station, could I? Field workshop. Advanced field workshop. Because I'm just like, I'm wondering if I could make like picklock. Actually, it's probably not worth it. Because it would be really nice to get in there and get that stuff. As I was trying to say, you start each day, because it goes day by day by day, and I said it's non-linear, so, you know, you have that freedom for different things to happen. And you choose. You'll have, like, a growing or shrinking squad, depending on your choices and what happens, of individuals, and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to go and do this mission, where I might be going and trying to get, like, health or bullets or ammo. This other guy, you're going to go and do this other mission, where you're trying to get health or ammo or whatever. And, you know, some stuff is story stuff, some other characters tell you to do this and that. There's a lot of dynamics to it, just in terms of, like, what exactly can happen. And your guys come back, they might be injured, they might be fine, you know, there's all kinds of different stuff and different probabilities of how well everybody goes. And it's a management game, too. So you're managing the squad. You have to, like, make sure at the end of the day, do they have food? Do they have, like, you know, the supplies they need? Are they healing? Do they have a bed? Because there's, like, the building mechanics, like Fallout 4, like I mentioned, where there's, like, a building area. And you'll be like, okay, do they have what they need to be, like, entertained? Did they feel good? Do they, you know, how are they dealing with the situations at hand? And are they going to be prepared for the next day? Somebody might have died or something like that. And then depending on, like I mentioned, difficulty and stuff in the settings, it could be a little bit more survival-oriented, a little lighter on survival stuff. You gather resources to do crafting of certain items and materials and things that can heal you and stuff. There's actually a lot going on. And then the backbone of it all is just you kind of being like, the love of my life, what happened? And it's quite neat, really. Seriously, like, it's a very, very genuinely intriguing kind of game here. I do think they put together something quite nice. What is my actual objective? Oh, it's over there. I'm just kind of in here just terrorizing people that I don't even need to terrorize. Kind of hilarious. I guess I could just, like, kind of sneak out of here. Would this, like, break my leg? I don't know. I'm fine. I kind of landed on a tree partially, so it's all good. But yeah, you get to go through this pretty densely detailed environment, going to these different stops. And seriously, if you do think this looks really great, you should genuinely check out my, like, Switch video. Like, it's amazing this even runs on the Switch. I guess that was my biggest thing when I was doing the video. I was like, wow, it is amazing that they actually scaled this for that. But it is like, hot damn, you know?
Не с места. Вы оба.
Боже, это... Заткнись, нам жопа.
Хорош болтать.
I will take pity on them.
Просто идите.
Нет! Нет, вы нам в спину...
Would you prefer if I shot you in the front?
Это?
Мы слышали про вас и про вашу репутацию.
I have a reputation.
Что ж, похоже, сейчас вы узнаете, насколько она правдива. Пошли.
Anyways, we're collecting this stuff, this Chernobylite. And it's a big part of things. Like, it allows you to do certain things and, you know, traverse stuff and see these ethereal areas. It's quite neat. This game's got a very distinct combat style to it, too. I don't know, actually, I quite like the idea and the style of this game. I find it to be rather intriguing. Definitely got, like, a lot of depth and stuff as well, as you're kind of, like, you know, going in, gathering things, doing some side stuff, different activities. The environment might be a little different too for like what's going on within it, and you just get to see a lot of really interesting sights. And I find the whole presentation of it to be quite kind of endearing and unique. Like I think this is really quite cool. It's really pushing me to go back to base, but I kind of want to keep exploring. Whatever. Back we go. And it all loads really fast here on the PlayStation 5 Pro, as you would expect. It's kind of it's just a really nice package.
Эта стратегия вроде работает, Игорь.
Yeah.
Похоже, мы можем... Ну как успехи?
And then these guys talk, and they got a whole thing, and blah blah blah. Everybody's happy. No food. Half food. Normal food. Normal food. Everybody's gonna be hungry today, or not hungry today. Everyone's gonna be full today and not hungry. That's what we're dealing with.
Игорь, пистолет, который я тебе дал,
Хорошая идея.
Он тебе...
Yes, I will upgrade my thing. Build new structures, build base things. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's like this whole ridiculously expansive amount of like creation things you can do. We don't have enough herbs for beds? Seriously? I'm missing herbs. That's a little ridiculous. Not have enough to make anything? Well, that's disappointing. I guess we can make like a chair. Oh, that's cool. A Chernobylite throne? Why would you ever even need that? Okay, we can make like a little sad chair that this guy, that's our buddy, can sit in. Right here in the corner. That way he's a little less sad about life. Look, comfort electronic. We could build a little TV. Little TV for his environment, eh? Where should we put this little TV? Like we should get like a table for it. It's kind of like sad otherwise, isn't it? We have like a potted plant. Oh, we don't have the herbs. We're missing the herbs to do anything fun, I guess. Alright, we'll just leave this for now. Oh yeah, I wanted to make some like lockpicks. There's all this like scrap too that we can kind of like, you know, kind of destroy. So that would give me some more stuff. There's also like mechanical parts. Yeah. And you do the next day, you do the next day, and you try to move through it, and then you can do different runs too, right? Depending, I thought this was a workbench. Maybe I can't do it any right now. Anyways, and it's like, you know, you can kind of replay it and see the different choices and things kind of like go out, and how well everything lands, and whether or not you survive, or maybe you make different choices that kind of do different stuff. And the idea is it's got like a replayability element to it, is what they're going for. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get you some herbs. I'm gonna get you some resources. We really need some food, though. Yeah, this is where he has me do that mission. Ugh. You know, you do what you can, right? So that's what I need to do. 86. Oh, I thought you had 26% health. I was like, are you kidding me? We need food. I'm glad everyone's going out there and doing their own little tasks. But it's a cool gameplay concept, right? Because it's a story about love, and there's role-playing elements, and you're visiting this creepy facility, and a lot going on in this one.
В определенный момент назад пути не будет. И ты окажешься на прицеле у нар.
Oh no. She's like kind of guiding you to a certain way. Or you're just crazy, who's to say. Stealth, combat, resource management. We got it going on. In Chernobylite. Day 2, Moscow Eye afternoon. Oh yeah, I need these herbs. Then I can build some potted plants and some beds and stuff. Oh, he was never there in the first place. It's like a ghostly apparition. I need some like anti-rad pills or something. Got some soup. Enriched stuff. I think it's like mentally I'm just kind of out of it. Proof psych. Oh yeah, I'm seeing things because I'm going crazy because of, you know, all the stuff going on. That makes sense.
Я, Татьяна Амалиева, беру тебя, Игоря Хименюка, в законные мужья. И обещаю любить тебя, чтить и уважать. Быть тебе верной и не отрекаться от тебя, пока смерть не разлучит нас.
To not forsake you? You shall not be forsaken.
Ты зачем на меня оружие наставил, Вару? У нас есть проблемы посерьезнее. Как ты меня назвал? Живо на землю! Не хочу тебя расстраивать, но здесь бегает монстр, которого ты своей мелкой пуколкой не испугаешь. Нам надо убираться.
Oh crap. This is such a big upgrade over the Switch version. I know it seems random, but it's like literally because I was playing it the other week. This is hilarious to me.
Благодарю тебя, гражданин только... Что?
Правда?
Аудентумест. Это значит, тебе нужно... А теперь иди. Пока...
Can I have like a health pack or? Okay. But like I'm pretty hurt, man. I could use some like health, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not gonna. Okay. Crafting tools. Okay, we built this. Anti-radiation, calming salts, healing, yes, yes. There goes all the herbs I was hoping for. Could you imagine being this guy, and you just see this dude, like, just pull out, like, a giant, like, little cooking thing in front of you? Wouldn't that be hilarious? And then he just, like, breaks it, and he just, like, walks away. Could you imagine seeing that from his perspective? Oh. So I saved that guy, and I didn't really get anything from it. This is a very nice looking game. Anyways, it's a pretty neat experience if you've never seen it before. Kind of feels a little bit of a stalker-like vibe, or, you know, kind of around there. I think that might be extra intriguing if you're into those sort of games.
Что нужно? Прием. Влево.
Sounds like a lot of work. Always has me going out doing dangerous missions and things. But yeah, creepy game, creepy vibes, cool setup. Definitely an intriguing offering if you've never Seeing what this has to offer, I think it fits a nice niche.